Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the Potsmuckers Bible. My name is Zion. I'm the author of the Potsmuckers Bible, which contains the prophetic book of Zion, where I get my name and authority. It comes from the Ketuvim, or Old Testament, of the Hebrew Bible. I use the King James Version of the Christian Bible to put together the prophecy of Israel from the scattered testimony of the various prophets of the Old Testament. And what I came up with was a book called the Book of Zion, and it foretells the prophet Zion, the prophetess Zion. And this book is written entirely in Bible verse. So, in order to publish it legally, I had to write the Potsmuckers Bible as a companion piece to it. And on 4/20 of 2020, I began publishing peace as per as required by the prophecy itself. And I had to do it without using money, which is why you won't see any advertising on these videos, because I can't use money to reach my audience. Um, I know that hampers me greatly, but I can't build a society that doesn't use money if I use money. So, anyway, in order to fulfill prophecy, I am reading to you from the manuscripts that I wrote. And today I'm working on the 22nd chapter of the book, the Potsmuckers Bible, which contains the 19th chapter of the Book of Zion. And I'm in the dissertation part now, reading the first passage, uh, discussing the first passage of the 19th chapter of the Book of Zion, which is called Now Will I Rise. And I'm going to take up where I left off, which is, it goes like this. And the people shall be as the burnings of lime. As thorns cut up shall they be burned in the fire. Here again we see the smoking of a plant. But in this case, I believe the prophets are referring to the use of a two-chamber bomb. I looked up the technique of lime burning in ancient times, and the kiln that they described sounded very much like a bomb. So we do use burnings as lime burnings in our sacred rituals. Every time you pick up a bong, in fact. This book truly amazes me. I had no idea that bongs were in the Bible. Every time I look into an odd or obscure reference in the Torah, Ketuvim, Tanakh, I seem to find yet more proof of the rights of my people and our unique way of life. The knowledge of bongs in the prophecy awes me, because it is yet more proof of the real gray as God. Hear ye that are far off what I have done, and ye that are near, acknowledge my might. What more proof does the world need? When a ship that contains the gray arrives at the camp for peace strike, in response to our very public invitation and our telepathic invitation, there will be no doubt that we, the people of Zion, are a people created by an alien God to serve as humanity's, to serve both humans and the gray, to serve both humanity first, then the aliens species that first, long ago, created the human, as we call it, the modern human. The first thing that we will do when they arrive is to take a DNA sample from our visitors so that we can solve the issue of genetic links once and for all. We have their DNA. By offering humans their blood samples to compare, the gray will be forever a factual creator God. I would not ask them to come to Earth if they were not willing to prove their genetic link to humanity because they were the ones that claimed such a link. I plan on giving that sample to qualified genetic engineers who can publicly test the sample. This will be done live and in public. There will be no doubt as to the results. This genetic proof is vital to prove to all that the gray are exactly who they say they are. What is more mighty than truth? The simple, if the sample doesn't prove our link, then it is an invasion because they lied. And I would fight them with all of the telepathic power that they have given me or taught me. I am human first. I would defend humans against the gray if the sample proved that they had lied about our unique parenting. I myself will demand that proof. Humans first. Proof required. I am no one but Kenny's fool. I have spent my life learning from the gray. I have endured much for humanity's sake. I will never blindly give my planet to anyone without verifiable proof of right. There is no resistance to this in my mind. This offering up of a sample of blood for DNA. I know that the gray also desire this public proof of their identity as the same gods of old as our ancestors. They want the human race to know that they are the creator gods of old. Return. Zion is America, or at least Zion is on the continent of. Sorry, let me back up. The sinners in Zion are afraid. Fearfulness has surprised the hypocrites. Zion is America, or at least Zion is on the American continent, the North American continent. It is a part of America, the middle mountain region. The people in the mountain states of Colorado, Montana, Wyoming, Idaho, New Mexico, Arizona, Nevada, and Utah will, upon hearing this, be very afraid. They are about to be taken over by an alien race and a bunch of hippies. If I were a redneck in the mountains in America, in the Rocky Mountains, I'd be afraid too. But, as it says, they are, for the most part, hypocrites. They are the ones, not all of them, mind you, but they are the ones that read the Bible, the Jews and the Christians and the Muslims. They know firsthand what the prophecy says. Yet they refuse to see that they are doing great harm to an innocent people that just wants to spread joy in life. Now, to their shock and awe, the very God that they thought would come to save them has come instead to help their scapegoat, to uphold the rights of those that they have cast off as unworthy. They have every reason to be afraid, because they are hypocrites. When my people go to their tents to fulfill their end of the cosmic bargain, they will take with them not only their children and their elderly and their pets, but they will also be taking the homeless with them. The people of Zion will prove by their actions that they are the worthy ones, worthy of God of earth. The next verse is one of my all-time favorite verses, verse 14. It puts the question of marijuana use in its true perspective, each of us has a choice to make: to burn or to be burned. Who among us shall dwell with the devouring fire? To be burned. To stay on the surface of the earth when the fire devours all combustible materials, including living flesh. If you are on the earth when the methane ignites, you are ash. That is a fact. There has been a fireball earth in the past, so we need to take this threat seriously. I believe that it is better to be prepared for a worst case scenario um, that we can conceive than to be destroyed by it. You might use that as an argument for insurance, but the insurance industry is a for profit thing. They do it to make a profit, not to provide for aid. This is a matter of life itself on our planet and in our current form. So I, for one, do not plan on being devoured by the fire of nature's wrath. I will go to my mountain home and I will build a safe, self-sustaining intermountain biodome to house my entire population, so that if anything like a fireball Earth happens, my part of humanity will survive. Who among us shall dwell with everlasting burnings? I will, I will, I will, I will. Anyone want to join me in the never-ending future of getting high and enjoying peace, love, harmony, and the joy of physical life? Duh. Every pot smoker on the planet that reads this or hears about it will, of course, join my cause. I will, I will, I will. I'll get high forever. The next verse describes the righteous people and those who side with them. He that walketh uprightly and speaketh rightly. People who walk uprightly. They are the ones that don't have to feel shame at these words. If you are a pot smoker, you walk uprightly. You follow the path of the prophecy. These are the same people who speak the truth. Our society has two realities. The one is the false social order that believes in its own fables. Money is a fable. Idols are fables. Laws that have no valid reason when created are fables. Pride is a fable. The truth speakers rejected these fables. They speak truth. They protect the innocent, their dealers. They do what is right in both thought and deed. They speak what is true and what is just. He that despiseth the gain of the oppressor, that shaketh his hands from the holding of bribes, that stoppeth his ears from the hearing of blood, that shutteth his eyes from the seeing of evil. That so describes me. I hate the war on drugs. I hate Trump's presidency for being nothing better than a thug and a briber. I stop people when they try to tell me about things like car wrecks and murders. As an empath, I can both see these things and feel them. So please don't show me your pain. I already know it's there. I'm going to go ahead and stop there for this session. So may the grave watch over you, guide you, protect you, and keep you from all harm. May they teach you right from wrong. May you be worthy of them. May your thoughts, words, and deeds reflect truth, good, and light, the unicorn way. Find your joy and pursue it. Make that your guild choice when we go to camp. Stay happy and high. If you use drugs, you have every right and reason to. Believe me, I know. I wrote the book. My name is Zion. I am the Zion of the Most High God of Israel, and I champion the cause of the drug user. I love you all way too much to ever say goodbye, so I'm going to say later now.